Hello, this is Judy from Juvenalis to Travel. Welcome back again. So, as you know, there is this ongoing amnesty, and now today we are on the 20th. We are on the 19th day of the amnesty. We still have 1 month and 11 days to go, and then this is the best or the golden opportunity where you can be where the fines and the abscond have been lifted, and you can be able to change your status, either to change it to residence visa, employment visa, or maybe exit to your home country, and then you will be able to come back. As you know, maybe for example you had fines and you had an abscond, then maybe you lost a job opportunity. This is the best time for you, so take advantage of this opportunity because we have very limited days, and if you didn't take advantage of this opportunity, you might not be on the safe side. So I'm going to talk about a question I have received from most of my clients. They are those people who had an abscond from the sponsor or from the employer. As you know, the abscond which have been lifted through this amnesty, it's only for those for visit visas, but it's not for the employment visa, because as you know, once the sponsor or employer decides to put an abscond, they put with a reason. I know some reasons might not be valid, but if they put the immigration, they might consider like this person was the right person, or they made it with a reason, because you cannot just put an abscond, or like it will be so inhuman to put an abscond without a reason, because once the employer make for you a visa for 2 years, they have used money, it's not for free. And if they ask you to pay back the money, maybe you don't want to continue working with them, you might not want to pay, or maybe you don't have this money, and then they will end up making an abscond. So in this case, for you to get this abscond lifted or removed, right now what you need to do, you have to find your sponsor or the employer who made the abscond, and then talk to them for them to remove the abscond. This abscond cannot be removed by just anyone, especially those who got abscond from the Med-CC or maybe from the third bear. This one is little bit tricky, so you need to find your sponsor or employer for them to remove the abscond. Some of the client, they are getting contact to communicate, but some they don't want to remove, or some they don't have any contact with them employer. So in this case, if you don't have any contact, what you can do, or the best thing you can do, you can call the labor, and then you can ask them for assistance on what you can do. Once you call them, they will ask you for the passport number, and then they will check in the system what was your personal details. Then they will check, they will see there is an abscond, and they will check on what is the reason for absconding, because once you make an abscond for someone, you must indicate the reason why you have absconded. Okay, so they will check, and then they will tell you this is the reason like why you were absconded. So if it's not something complicated, they will tell you to go and talk to your sponsor or your employer. And then in this case, maybe your employer don't want to remove the abscond, they will call the employer and ask them why you don't want to remove the abscond. Then the employer or the sponsor might say that maybe they want a certain amount of money, or they want something. Then the labor will call you, and they will inform you that you need to pay this certain of money, and it have to be in through the bank, so it will be like approved. So in this case, you need to do that, pay, and then they will be able to remove the abscond. Abscond can be removed within 24 to 48 hours if you agree between you and your employer or the sponsor. If they don't want to remove, or maybe the company which made you the abscond, they don't exist anymore, the immigration or the labor, they can help you to remove the abscond, but they have to do some background check to prove that this company does not exist anymore, or the employer does not stay here in UAE anymore. In this case, they can help you to remove it all. If there is a case that made you to be absconded, then they will advise you to file a case, And in this case, you then again you need to find a lawyer who will help you to remove the case. And then in this case, you can be able to proceed to do your visa status. So if you are absconded by the sponsor, only the sponsor can remove the abscond. If the sponsor does not exist anymore, the immigration will help. Don't come to us agent asking us to remove for you, because we don't have access. But what we can only give to you is just an advice. But I usually says, for all those complicated situations, I can ask you to always visit our will or visit our center. Sometimes you will find someone who is very friendly, and they will advise you and give the correct information. Okay, because most people, they are afraid that they will be arrested. But why will you be arrested if you have not committed a crime? So always have the courage and visit any AMAR center. Go there with your passport copy, or call the labor number. They will advise you, explain what is all your problem. Okay, because some of the sponsors or employers, they just want to punish you. Because even I saw one, but he's an Indian guy. Because the reason for absconding, they put that he should not have documents until he died. And I was so surprised, because oh my goodness, I don't know which crime this employee made, that made his sponsor or the employer to make this reason for putting the abscond, that they should not cancel the visa until, or he cannot get document until he died. This is so unfortunate. And then another one, I saw that they should not get any document. They filed a case, and then the reason for absconding, that they should not get any document. Some might sound inhuman, but you never know what is the main reason as to why they made this abscond. So I always advise people and advise all my clients, at least be good to your employers, be good to your sponsors. Even if anything happen, things might not go well as planned, but always make sure you respect that person and end up things in a peaceful way. There are some people who gets a job, the employer makes the visa, and maybe you work for 3 months, and then you don't want to continue with the job, and then they will talk in a good way, and you will find the employer is a very understanding person. They will cancel the visa in a good way without making any abscond. And then in this case, you will be able to do maybe visa change, and then you can be able to do, or you can be able to get another job maybe. But if you have issues, maybe you run away, maybe they put an abscond and they don't want to remove the abscond, because they have the right not to remove the abscond if you committed a big crime, or maybe they ask you for too much money, like maybe 10,000 dirhams. Where are you going to get this money? And maybe you're finding a job. So always try to be good, respect your work, respect your employer, respect your sponsors, to be on the safe side, because you know we are here, all of us, to find job, to get money, to make our lives better. As you know, back in our home countries, there are so many challenges, but through hard work, respect, we can make it to be good people and live in peace. So for more information, you can visit us. We are located in Deira City Center Metro Station. Behind Day to Day, you see Centurion Star Building, Block B, 7th floor, V727. Thank you.